excited for Thea's arc this season.
Me too.
Can you tell us a little about it?
I can say that the Thea Queen that we saw leave at the end of season 2 is definitely not the Thea Queen that we see enter back in season 3. And she's definitely she's gone through some stuff and maybe taking out a little anger on the gym, you know? Because I need a Band-Aid for how cut I am right now, guys.
Is there any specific kind of training you're getting at the gym?
Right now, they really just want me to bulk up and limber up as well. They're emphasizing a lot on being limber. And I'm like, okay, not telling me why. That's the other thing, is that I'm also doing like wrestling and boxing. Haven't started the wrestling yet, but my personal trainer does do wrestling, and he was told that he actually just got a phone call asking for him to teach me some takedown wrestling moves. So I'm like, okay, I'm down.
Do you want to see, because obviously she's Malcolm's daughter, and Malcolm's the bad, and she's pretty angry. Is she going to have to follow his path as she's describing it?
I think that Thea, I really can't say much in those moments, but I can say that she was so broken at the end of season 2 to the point where season 3 is where her headspace is at in season 3 is she's just not ever going to let that happen to her. She's at a place where she's not going to let anybody hurt her ever again. And that's all I can really say about that.
I was going to say,
I'm not allowed to say much.
A little evil, would you say?
Again, not allowed to say anything like that. But what I can say is that obviously season 1 was all about Oliver's arc on the island. Season 2 was almost like an homage for Roy's being on an island, but we are his version of the island. So I've been getting teased about and quite excited for the idea that season 3 is kind of Thea's arc on her version of the island.
Now, has it been a lot of fun? Because you didn't do a ton with Barrowman before.
No,
and
never.
Now
actually.
you're on it.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. We had maybe 2 scenes where like we would walk past each other or something. We never really had any scenes together. And I mean, we had so much fun together offset all the time. I mean, yes, you know that one. How could we not? We kind of all have a lot of fun. Yeah, there's definitely, I have a feeling that they're just going to have to put like 2 paws on either side of the set and lock me and Barrowman in either of one of them. And so we don't talk in between takes because we have so much fun to the point where it's distracting everybody from actually getting involved. And I feel bad, but I also kind of can't not do it. Kind of the most amazing person ever. See, it's kind of a great time.
Are you excited that the universe is now expanding into the Flash?
I am so stoked about that because I mean everybody that's over on the Flash are great people. I've known Danielle for a really long time. She's amazing. Grant is the best. So there's just like and Tom is amazing. We all know Snow, right? I brought that up to him. He was not too happy about it. But yeah, it's kind of the greatest thing ever, actually. Being able, because we actually shoot not even across the street, across a lot from each other. So it's like our studio, then their studio, and it's like we should probably just have joint lunches all the time, joint parties all the time. It's pretty amazing. And the idea of the crossovers is really fun for us. I mean, I definitely know that I'm not going to be in the first one. And I don't know about the rest. And there's some fun stuff ahead.
Is this season going to have, with your character being one of the last few who don't know Oliver's true identity, or just the idea of identity? How does this season deal with identity and secret identity for you and for him?
It is actually pretty hilarious. The way that it will be perceived for the 2 of us. It's great that you bring up the question, but unfortunately I cannot answer it. It's really making me mad. Because there's totally something that I have the greatest answer for that, but I cannot say. And it's pissing me off a lot. And I'm so sorry.
Will it last the entire season, essentially? Will the punchline of that?
Yes, I think so. I very much think so. But God, I wish I could answer that question.
The straw that broke the camel's back basically was Roy's final lie to you, and you both kind of dealt with each other's transition from Roy being Roy to Arsenal in the 3rd season, and you going from Thea to being under the tutelage of the Dark Archer. Does that dealt with at all within the 3rd season? Do you guys actually cross paths or anything?
You mean Roy cross paths? Yeah, we definitely cross paths again. There's so much love between the two of them. They are in love with each other completely. They're just both in very broken places. Roy was very much in a broken place at that time, and is now he's definitely changed a lot and becomes far more put together. But Thea's not. Thea's gone through a lot, and yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's going to be a rekindling off the bat, but who knows in the near future.
We have a lot of great women on the show, and of course now your characters will be into the sticker territory where a couple of the other ones are. But what are your thoughts on how varied these female characters are? It's not just the aspect, Moira strong in a different way.
It's kind of amazing to be able to have all these women. I mean, Katie Cassidy's character Laurel, she plays like a strong, independent woman. Same with Sarah Lance. I mean, same with Felicity. I mean, there's just too many good roles on the show for females. And if anything, Thea's was kind of the one that was the lesser of, and now it's maybe she's going to be the best one. Who knows? Who knows, guys?
I did want to ask. And this might veer into something you can't say. So.
Okay.
Obviously, because Merlin knows Oliver's identity, does that put him in a position with you? Because there's basically one of two ways to go. He tells you, or he doesn't, and then he's holding a secret all season, like Oliver does.
Yeah, that's it.
That's something I can't answer. But it's a really good question.
If your character were to get a costume this season, have you been able to give any input, or do you have some crazy ideas for some, even if it's not for your character? Just costumes in general.
One thing Steven has always told me, and it's something I'm very adamant about now, is that make sure that you don't wear boots in your costume. And if you do have to wear boots, make sure they build you a pair of fake boots into Nike free runs or something like that. Because it's impossible to do anything in boots.
Yeah.
And actually, Black Canary was in a pair of really heavy Florentine and Baker boots, were these crazy heavy stocky boots. And she forgot to say that in the meeting, and it didn't happen. And every single day I had to run around those crazy, horrifyingly heavy things. But she somehow pulled it off amazingly. Nobody could tell. But that shows how amazing Katie Lotz is. But yeah, no, I think you guys saw a long black trench coat, and maybe I might be wearing that thing quite a few times.
And have you gotten any other good advice as far as movement and action sequences, and what's some really good input that you've gotten from your co-stars aside from don't wear heavy boots?
Yeah, don't wear heavy boots and wear a mouth guard. Yeah, wear a mouth guard.
Have there been any accidents or anything?
I've already been hit in the face. It hurt really bad.
Who hit you?
My trainer. On accident completely. I mean, not really. We were sparring and it was bad. It wasn't bad. He grazed the side of me. If anything, it hit my ear more. Because I kind of dodged it a little bit, but not enough. And he actually, it was my fault because he wasn't really going all the way. I came forward. But I didn't know that was happening.
But that's never probably happened to you before. I mean, taking a hit of any kind has got to be
No. I can do a lot of bar fights. I brawl. The WWF fight. Yeah, no, definitely not. But I'm definitely prepared for a lot of that to happen, for sure.
How was it working with Manu?
God, he's the best. He's amazing. And he's actually very scary when he takes his shirt off. So it's okay, you can crush me into powder, probably. You could just do that and I'd be gone.
Does Willa's training come from you? Does he take over?
Stop
Well, speaking of shirts off, how do you feel that on the show it's the guys who are always taking their shirts off and the girls are not the ones doing it?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard for us to we're not on HBO or Showtime or Stars, so we can't really do that. But I will say that the poster of season 3 is no longer Steven's abs; it's actually my abs. So yeah. That's a complete falsified statement. I just like it.
How have you found the fan following of the show? I mean, it's so intense, and obviously being at Comic-Con, what kind of reactions do you get when you're out?
I get some of the most enthusiastic reactions ever, and I quite love it. The Arrow fans are the best of fans, like actually. I've definitely had some trickle in from the OC and kind of followed over, and the OC fans are great, amazing. There was definitely just one horrifying incident that happened. One of them attacked me thinking that I actually did kill Ryan. They were thoroughly convinced I killed Ryan. Or Johnny. Ryan Donahue. They were like, I remember walking down the street, hearing my name, or Caitlin, you bitch, and then all this stuff, and I was like, what? And before I could turn around, I got body slammed down the ground, and she was like, I should kill you for killing him. It happened. So, that happened. And I had to get Ryan on the phone and be like, his name is Ryan Donahue, it's not Johnny Harper. And he's alive. Here, I have a photo that I took with him like 2 weeks ago. He's totally alive.
That's so intense.
But it's not like that with these fans at all. I don't feel that at all. I think Arrow's guys got their heads on their shoulders a little bit.
Maybe as you get a bit darker, your character, you might...
Sorry?
Do you think as your character gets a little bit darker, that could change?
It could change for more fun. I mean, I don't see anybody tackling John Barrowman. So actually, I do in the greatest way possible. Let's take that back. Actually, let me correct that statement too. But yeah. I think I'm quite excited for it all. And I'm hitting the gym, so I can take anybody down. They come at me, so it's all good.
You seem to have very good fight club.
Oh, we do. James Manafort is the best. He is a legend beyond legends. It's like actually amazing.
Have you changed any of your personal fitness diet since you're taking on those fight scenes?
I mean, I've never hit the gym before. I'm not the kind of person who does anything like that. So yeah, I went from never going to the gym to going every single day, 7 days a week, from 8 a.m. to 11 pretty much, or 11 to 1. And yeah, I tried to go gluten-free. It didn't work. So yeah.
Weapons came out too?
Not yet. First we need to be able to pick them.
Do you think you're going to stick with it after this? I mean, I'm sure it's really tough to have to do that every day, but do you think
I definitely think that I'm going to be sticking up with it. The few days that I haven't been working out since I've been doing here is actually kind of made me feel really weird. And it's kind of crazy how that does that to you. It's pretty nice. But yeah, no, I'm definitely getting to that place where I want to have an elliptical in my apartment. I go running every day.
How close is the cast of set? It seems like you're all very good friends.
Could not be any closer. I think if we were all blood related, that's how close that's as closer we could actually possibly get. It's like a hilarious family on set. And a very, very, very tight-knit one too. We all are very much there for each other in many ways. Steven, I'm staring at right now with a splash hat on, is probably the best older brother anybody could ask for. And is one of the greatest friends in the world, and just an all-around great person. And Colton is the best boyfriend on screen that I could ever ask for too. And I wish he was my boss.
How do you feel about, comic books themselves have such a legacy, a lasting legacy. How do you feel about being a part of that? Like TV actors who talk to John Questenship from The Flash, who was the previous Flash, and people still, hold on to that. They have great memories. How do you feel that, 20 years from now, people will still probably be coming coming up to you and talking about it?
It's the greatest honor ever. Actually, it's pretty great. I gotta say. I think all of us feel so honored to be working on this show, and with the way that it's gone, the trajectory. I think that it's no one. We expected it to be big. No one expected it to go this big, and we are so happy and proud of it. It's actually pretty nice.
Now, when you do new flashbacks, is there a chance that you could be working with Susanna again?
I absolutely hope so. Would direly love to. Susanna is one of the greatest people that has ever entered into my life, and actually I had dinner with her about a month ago down here. She actually lives in San Diego. I'm trying to find time to see her, but this has been a little impossible. Yeah, that would be the greatest thing ever. Like, absolutely. I would love for that to happen.
You mentioned that you're going to run back into Roy, at some point, maybe in a romantic way, or
I can't really say. Because, it's another one of those. But yeah, no, there's definitely going to be some paths crossing again, but it's going to be interesting.
How does the transition like that your role is taking in season 3? Does it talk about the various characteristics you've had to take on for this role and how that makes you decide what else you want to work on outside of Arrow, or what kind of roles you would like to take on or don't want?
Being able to start training on the show has actually been the greatest thing ever, because I feel like it's going to open so many doors for me just physically on my own, as well as, I have always wanted to play like a kick-ass girl, like a Beckinsale or whatever in Resident Evil or something like that. That's not Resident Evil. I gotta get my facts straight at Comic-Con, for Christ's sake. That seriously, being able to have that under your belt is an amazing opportunity, and I'm quite honored to be able to get that go.
Yeah. So are you going to take, like, now that you're kind of doing the fitness thing for the first time, you said, like, in your life, are there certain, skills that you'd like to add onto your resume? Learn some archery, for instance.
Yes, definitely would love.
Is there anything where you're like, I want to learn to do that?
I want to do boxing really badly. I want to be like an all-star boxer. I want $1 million baby the heck out of my life. I keep on watching Steven and his parkour stuff. It's got to be the most fun thing ever. It's got to be painfully hard, but it also looks like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So I would not mind doing something like that.
I'd be scared of that. Do you have fear?
It's all soft stuff,
yeah.
right? The only thing that really hurts is you doing things. So it's like, you could roll an ankle or something. But I'm not too afraid of the back.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm afraid of boxing and getting hit in the face. It's definitely not fun.
With all that physical training, is there a role you'd like to play in another superhero universe in the movies?
I'd like to play Speedy. Dot. I'd like to play Speedy. That's all I got.
All right.